Hey guys, here's another wall updates video. While I was away in Melbourne visiting my sister, my parents repainted my entire place, which required me to take all the pictures off my wall, which is not the worst thing ever. I did actually kind of need to rearrange some of them anyway, so that definitely helps me. I did try to do this before in one video because, as you can see, I have all of these in my bedroom area and a lot more in the living/office area, but I couldn't do it all in one video because the time limit ran out. So I'm going to be doing this in two parts. So here we have the Neptunia section, like before, but now completely rearranged. I've also ordered, at least with the CPUs, into their respective nation sections. So we have Neptune and Planeptune. Neptune, Purple Heart. I decided to go with her original design, which is what she had for the first half or so of Rebirth 1, until she got her upgraded version, which basically became her default design from then on. As you can see in here, that's what she originally looks like, and that's what she looks like now. Then we have her Nyx form and Four Goddesses Align. I believe I've mentioned these before, or mentioned this before in community posts, but I like to think of these different forms, at least with Neptune, not so much with the other four, as Super Saiyan forms. So original Purple Hearts would be Super Saiyan 1, the Lost Purple Processor design would be Super Saiyan 2, Nyx form Super Saiyan 3, and Four Goddesses Online Super Saiyan 4, because 4GO is non-canon, and there are still people today, no doubt, that consider GT to be non-canon. And that's from the Date Live collaboration. That's from the mobile game, I believe, where they crossed over Neptunia. I wouldn't know. I've never played it. And there's the Golden Form. I did end up using this or get inspiration from this in one of my fan fictions, Echoes of Chaos, where I gave Neptune a golden form to beat R4. I'm gonna try and get a fanfiction reading video of that particular one done. I'm just not entirely sure if I'll do it in chapters and therefore multiple videos, or get it all done in one video. So that's something to look forward to. There's Planeptune's logo. I've thought about getting this as another tattoo, but I'm actually considering to get Purple Heart's Neptune thing. So what she has there, zoom in on her ass, that is what it looks like originally, but then it changed to having the name Neptune on the inside. So I think that's going to be my next tattoo. I'll probably try and get that done over Christmas, and then I'll show it off in the community post. And there's Planeptune, at least one iteration of it, because there's multiple universes in Neptunia, I believe, based on whichever game you play. There's Istwar. I decided to include the oracles this time because Isti is shown by far the most of the four, while the other three, I think, appear once or twice in a game and then never again. And here's Noir, the Last Station strip. Blackheart flying off to do something. There's Blackheart with her forms. Again, it doesn't quite work with the other three, I don't think. I mean, you could probably have her Hyper Devotion form as a version of Super Saiyan. I like to imagine it as being Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, but then that would make her normal form Super Saiyan Blue, and that just doesn't work. Date Live collab. There's Golden Noir, or Golden Blackheart. I only gave it to Purple Heart, but in the sequel, Requiem of Chaos, they all get upgraded forms, which are meant to be their Four Goddesses Online forms, but due to that story being written with AI, they didn't come out as they should look. I'm not sure if I'll cover that one, just because I don't have appropriate images for them. Or X, I should say. There's Last Station's logo. Last Station, very polluted, judging by those clouds. I mean, it is the industrial nation, so it would make sense. Hopefully no one gets lung cancer or anything there. And there's K, the Oracle of Last Station. She does look very boyish, I must say. I wonder why they decided to give her short hair. And here we have the Louise strip. There's Blonde. Whiteheart. It's kind of funny how they have fan art of Blonde or Whiteheart. Actually, both Blonde and Whiteheart with a bigger chest, because I think a lot of people know that Blonde wishes she had a bigger chest. There's Blonde's different goddess forms. 8A Live collab with Blonde. And it's Golden Blonde. They do, as you can see, they also color their hair a bit differently. So I think the red for Whiteheart is meant to be from the Nintendo systems, the SNES, maybe, I think. Louise logo. Louise, sorry if I'm shaking. I am holding my phone with a selfie stick. There's Mina. I'd say definitely the most motherly of the four oracles. Jeez, don't tremble. And then we have Leanbox. This Vert. Mommy Vert, some would say. Greenheart. I do believe that is from when the CPUs were battling Gray. Greenheart's different forms. I do have to question the unicorn horn of her next form. Like, that alone could be a weapon. But obviously they're not going to show that in Neptunia. Vert and her goddess form. It's Golden Vert with a lot of purple on her. I'm not sure where that comes from. Like the Xbox, Microsoft tends to focus on green. So I don't know why there's a lot of purple there. Is that part of a system I forget or don't know about? Leanbox's logo. And Leanbox. Very sunny. Kind of funny how they have bright sunny skies for Leanbox and Planeptune. Louie kind of has it, but it's the Snowy Nation. And then we have dark, crappy looking clouds for Last Station. And there's Chica, the Oracle, who likes to think of herself as Vert's sister, I believe I read. She certainly looks a sassy one. And then we have the CPU candidates. There's Nepgear. And Purple Sister. If I did mention this in a community post, but if I had my own Iron Man suit and I could choose who my AI would be, I would have it as Nepgear. There's Uni, striking a very sexy pose. There's Black Sister. And over here, there's Ram and Ram. It's a bit annoying how there's so few images showing them separately. Like, I get that they are twins, and twins generally get shown together, but it'd be really nice if they could have some images of them separate. And their goddess forms. And we have Plutia, Plutie, Iris Heart. And there's Pishi. And Yellow Heart. It is kind of funny how they have such a striking difference in appearance between Pishi and Yellow Heart. And some extra ones here. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Crossover one. That is not what that actual original image looks like. That's just heavily photoshopped to be Yu-Gi-Oh! There's Purple Heart in Mastered Ultra Instinct. That, I believe, is a Dojinshi. I believe I actually did a Dojin video showing it with music from YouTube's library. There's Four Goddesses Online with Noir's Paladin form. Definitely looking like a Red Eyes, making it look like a Red Eyes support card. And there's the main group of the CPUs, candidates, Iffy, Compa, the Oracles, Mages, 5PB. So that is at least the core cast of Neptunia, I believe. The ones that you'll tend to see most of all. And then they have the one-off characters that appear in the different games. There's Chaos Purple Heart. I do like the design of the Chaos form. I do wish those games, mobile games that had the Chaos forms, would come back, because I never got to play them and see what they were like, but they were discontinued, so I don't think they're ever coming back. And there's Purple Hearts. Again, in whatever form this would be, this is obviously fan-made. My friend Reese considers this form to be the equivalent of Super Saiyan Rose. I'm not entirely sure why Rose. Maybe because of the magenta-like outline she has, maybe. There's Nepgear in her Chaos form. I did make a fanfiction of that as well. I will try to do a fanfic reading video of that. And there's the goddesses in their HD forms, and that's original Purple Hearts. You can kind of tell because the top of the purple section on her stomach isn't as visible. There's Game Industry. If I was to live in Game Industry, I would basically just live in Planet Neptune. I might travel between the four nations, I'm not sure, but if I had to choose one, it would be Planet Neptune where I'd live, because Neptune. And there's the fan art of Neptune and Sonic. I am thinking of doing a fanfic crossing them over. I would use ChatGPT for that as well. So I might get around to that sometime, I'm not sure. And there is the screenshot or CG from the sadly cancelled Neptunia visual novel. Apparently it was cancelled when I asked, like, you have the one chapter, the demo, and that's it. Because it is just not being updated anymore. I'm assuming the person who was making it had some real life issues come up and had to cancel the project, which is really disappointing because I think it really had potential. I've thought about doing a video just showing off the demo for those who haven't seen it. Yeah, that's really sad that it's not going to continue. And there's the shot from the anime when the gang are about to fight Rei together. The CPUs and their sisters. Game Industry goddesses ready for battle. And down here is a little Roselia section, because Roselia are my favorite group from Bang Dream. There they are, about to go performing, I believe. That's before a concert. I don't know who they might be talking to there. I mean, Rinko's mouth is open, so they're obviously talking to someone. No idea who it is, though. There they are in their bridal outfits. They dress up really well. I know Rinko definitely does make their costumes. She is very talented. And there's a good shot of them. And another one. I have mentioned this in the one video, but Sayo and Yukina are my favorite characters in Roselia. I know they're not always the nicest characters, especially Sayo, but I see their good points when they are nice and smiley, so no, I see the good in them, even if others don't. There's another shot of them, Roselia Live. I don't know what year that would be from, it just says 25th of August. And there's season 1. This is when Poppin Party, Poppy Pa, whichever you prefer, first sees them. What do you think of the design change between season 1 and season 2? Like, do you like the season 1 designs for Bang Dream, or do you prefer season 2? Or do you not care? Because I believe the change was made due to a change in studio or something. At least I think. I'm probably wrong on that. I haven't actually researched it. Personally, I don't mind all that much. I mean, the higher detail for season 2 definitely does look really nice. And there's Yandere Roselia. I wouldn't mind at all if those two were Yanderes. I mean, I'm not a hardcore Yandere fan like my friend Shane is. He adores that particular trope. And there they are again. So that's that section. Who's your favorite group in Bang Dream? Do you like Roselia? Do you like Poppin Party? Do you like Afterglow? Pastel Palettes? Hello Happy World? Morphonica? Like, which group is your favorite in Bang Dream? And just a bit back, is we have the K-On! Section, which is now around this side. Some of these bigger ones I got from expos like Overload and Armageddon, and I've had them for years, but they were just stored away. There's Alkaga Tea Time, that one. I believe this is meant to be referencing the movie. There's one with Asusa having a blue neck ribbon, which is wrong. She's supposed to have a red ribbon. Maybe the artist who made this one forgot that little detail. There they are in different outfits. I must say that one tail on Asusa is freaking huge compared to the other one. I guess she had most of her hair tied to the left. That, I'm pretty sure, is meant to be referencing the movie, English Tea Time. And yes, the English do love their tea time. And there's one crossing them over with Pokemon. Asusa is not there, unfortunately, so this must be... this was probably made during Season 1. I don't know why Mio is sitting by herself, looking so sad. Like, why don't you go and join in, Mio? I'm sure there's a Pokemon there you'd like. And here's some smaller ones. Let's go from the top. So, there's the shot from Season 1 where the gang got their name, Hokage Tea Time, or After School Tea Time, if you prefer the dub. There's the photo from the movie, which I'm going to rewatch at some point. There they are when they tried to be heavy metal like Death Devil and honestly failed miserably, but at least they tried, and they do look super adorable. And there's their logo, or when they designed their logo during the Livehouse episode. I don't believe they actually did this photo. I'm pretty sure this is fan made. There they are as cheerleaders in their, I guess, signature colors. I'm not entirely sure why they have the colors they're given, like red for Yui, blue for Mio, green for Asusa, pink for Mugi, yellow for Ritsu. Like, why do they get those specific colors? Are they those their character colors or something? I've never actually understood that. And there's from the Gesugal Pansu animation video with Hokage Tea Time as cats. I would pay to see this version of cats. And there's the girls in the movie when they go to the wrong hotel because, you know, they're Japanese and they don't understand English. So they got Hotel Iblis mixed up. There's Wakaba girls. A bit of a shame we're not going to see the whole group animated. Like, we only have the manga to show them. And there's me with the girls. I know that looks very cringe, seeing me next to anime girls. I will admit, it definitely will be very cringe to some people, but I adore these girls. And there's the class photo for Class 3-2 in Season 2. The episode where Sawako lets those comments of her looking gorgeous go to her head, and she completely over applies makeup and skin products and ruins her face. Hokage Tea Time's logo. My first tattoo, which I showed when I got it. There's Asusa about to go Super Saiyan Blue, I believe. I mean, clearly she's definitely not, but it looks like she's about to go Super Saiyan Blue. There's Megumi. Very amusing character. A shame she had such little screen time. And there's the girls about to go for a swim, I believe, but probably trying to do a little fashion shot. And there's Sawako being a tease. Like, yes, you really want me to put this on? Yes, Sawako, I imagine a lot of people would love you to put that on. And there's Sifu with the K-On! Mod. I'm sorry it's taken so long to get the next episode of that out. It's graphical problems. I did try to get that episode done, but when I watched it back in editing, it was all stuttery and completely unwatchable. I have played around with the graphics settings, so I will try to do that again. It is Labor Weekend, starting from tomorrow, so hopefully I'll be able to get that done and get that playthrough done. There's Mommy and Monica. This is clearly Mommy teaching Asusa to cook because she probably doesn't know how to. There's now Samiri. I don't know how I forgot about these two when I came up with the randomized K-On! Pokemon Team series. Like, seriously, how did I forget about these two? And there's a shot of HTT. That's one I got within the last couple of years from Overload. That is a very nice one of them. There's Mio doing the Gallic gun. In mere moments, all you'll be feeling is oblivion for stealing my strawberry boogie. There's a shot of the main 9 girls. Yes, I do consider them the main 9, even though Nautica, June, and Ui are more the support characters. I consider all 9 of them the main cast. And there's a little Photoshop one I did of Moogie. Kind of going for a Doctor Who, actually no, Doctor Strange kind of vibe with Moogie performing magic. And that is definitely before they go for the last concert they have in season 2. I don't know if they actually did that. I don't believe they ever show it. And there's Wakaba Girls and HTT performing together. Now is obviously absent because she is the music producer and doesn't play an instrument. And Sawako is probably watching on the side. That would be really nice to see, seeing the 2 groups perform together. And it's one of the many crossover images I have. K-On! Cross Monica Magica. Personally, Yui and Asusu should be swapped around. So Asusu would be Monica, mostly because they have the same voice actress, at least in the dub. And Yui would be Kyoko because they both eat a lot. But the other 3 are just fine. There's one of Asusu saying thank you. I actually forget where I get that from. I think that might have been from a Facebook mutual who did that for me a long time ago. I actually forget. I think that might have been it. And there's the girls again. My favorite group in anime, Hakaga Tea Time. Adore all of them. There's K-On! In Wonderland, also in Wonderland. If this was ever made into a real thing, I would watch it. Absolutely. Saving Private Ryan. That would be a very tragic one to watch because I believe the soldiers that the senior members are meant to be referencing die in that movie. I haven't watched it, so just a guess. There's K-On! Fits. If this ever became a real thing, which is not going to, but if it did, I would buy a new Wii just to play it, and I would play it. K-On! Sailor Moon. Yeah, I did keep a couple of these crossover ones. K-On! Star Wars. That's another crossover I would pay to see. Definitely. I'd love to see it. Like a K-On! Version of what Star Wars, like how Family Guy did their old parodies. And there's the cover. There's the when the announcements for K-On! Shuffle was made. I have to wonder how well it's been received. I do have volumes 1 and 2 of the manga. I just haven't read them yet. Oh, almost tripped. And here's some miscellaneous ones. So there's also say Neptune, also Yan and Nip Nip, my top 2 2D girls. Still love them to bits. There's Serika Kuromi from Blue Archive. I did temporarily play it. I believe I made a post about it. Serika, and there's Yuka. That you can tell this is photo. You can tell this is AI because those gloves are completely inaccurate. They only cover her fingers. That's not how gloves work. But those 2 are my top 2 from Blue Archive. There's Saint Snow. Their logo is another tattoo I'm probably going to get at some point. Roselia's logo. That's another one I'm going to get. It's probably down my thigh or something. I'm just not sure how easy it will be for the tattoo artist to get it to be blue and black, like it's shown there. But I'm definitely looking to get that one. There's Honey Pop. I've thought about doing a Let's Play of this, but I would just have to heavily censor out the more adult stuff. I'm really looking forward to when Honey Pop 3 comes out, because that does have some of the original girls in it. Whereas Honey Pop 2 excluded most of them, like my girl Kiana. There's One Room. The visual novel anime, as I like to think of it. Because if you watch it, it does really seem like a visual novel, with the way the girls interact with the main character, who we never see. There's Konata going Super Saiyan, replicating Goku going Super Saiyan for the first time. I've been thinking of doing a one-shot fanfic of that with ChatGPT. That would be kind of funny. And there's Konata in Super Saiyan God kicking Beerus' ass. There's Usakame, the spin-off of Teikyu. Personally, I prefer Usakame a lot more to Teikyu. Not that Teikyu is bad, but I just like this one a lot better. And here are the 2 Lucky Star games that I absolutely want to play. The PS2 one, which I do believe is more of a visual novel, and Net Idolmeister for the PSP, which is an idol type game. This one is receiving a fan translation. It's just going to take a while. This one hasn't received anything, so I don't know if I'll ever actually get to play this one. My selfie stick doesn't break. And here we have Monica Magica Beats West, or Meets West, I should say. So there's, I think this is meant to be based on Cape Fear. There's Mommy Hey Kyoko, I think I'm meant to be referencing Jason, maybe? I'm not sure. And there's Gotchiyusa, referencing James Bond. And it's Teresa. Rise Teresa. Yeah. That's enough. If there was ever a parody of that made, I would also watch it. And yeah, that's the bedroom parts done. I'll show the area above my computer next in a separate video, because again, I do not have enough space, I guess, to go further. So that's it. We got mostly Kaon, Roselia, and Neptunia. So that's what it currently looks like. This will have to come down again at some points, because painting your house is, the inside of your house is something you do every few years. So this will come down again. I could probably use that opportunity to rearrange them again. Also one image I forgot about. This one. This little Photoshop image that I made. So there's an image of Noir on a rainy background about to go HDD. So I decided to take that, put it in front of a background of red clouds, and put red eyes in the back. Because this also is from another one-shot fanfic I made where Noir merges with Red Eyes to face Kurome. I'm going to make a fanfic reading video of that as well. I just won't have any images for the design that she would have. And I don't know enough about AI programs to make anything that would look like it. But that would be the cover photo if cover art was anything. Yeah, that's all of them here. Okay, hope you guys like that. Final sweep. I don't have anything along this particular section, mainly because it's really tiny and there's not much space to work with, so this little strip's going to stay blank. And Kaon moved over here when it was originally Monica Magica. This section, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with. I've thought about putting some pictures up here. I just don't know what yet. So that may also remain empty. If I do put anything of it, I will probably do a quick short or something showing it. Okay, so that's part 1. And part 2 will be what's above my computer. Look forward to that. I apologize for the shakiness. I do not have very steady hands when holding a selfie stick. Alright, hope you guys like that. We'll see you in part 2. Stay chilled.